guys, I am vlogging from my car today because I don't want a whole week to go by without a single upload. And I actually just uploaded a blog post to raphaelalorion.com with the hashtag Dear Body. And what it is just a letter that I wrote to myself. Well, I wrote it to my body, actually. And the reason that I did that is, you know, I have really been wrestling for the last couple months with whether or not I should go back and start training for bikini bodybuilding again. Which is something that I was training for in 2013 when I found out that I had some health issues that needed to be addressed, and then, you know, dealt with that and let my body recover and get healthy again. And, you know, then we moved and, you know, blah, 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 life, yak, 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 right? So we finished moving, the kids are settled in, you know, the company, all my products are getting ready to go back on Amazon. And I just have this yearning to want to go back to it. So that is what I have made a decision to do. And while I was trying to flesh out whether or not I should do that, I literally sat down and I wrote a note. Well, it actually turned into quite a letter, to my body, you know, trying to make an assessment about where I was and where I have been and whether I was doing this for the right reasons and if this was the right time. And I really just feel like this is the right time. I've come to a place where I love my body, flaws and all, and I've learned to accept who I am, and that, you know, my value is not strictly in what people can see on the outside. And, you know, I've made my peace with some of the things that I've done to my body in the past, you know, that were less than ideal. And I talk about that on the blog. You know, basically I just go through the history of, you know, when you're young and you're 20s and you have the perfect body, you don't have to do anything to work for it. Then you go to college and you drink and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Then you start putting on weight. Then you go to drastic measures to try to lose the weight. You know, and for me, unfortunately, that drastic measure looked like 4 years of severe anorexia. And that's not something that I've really ever talked about, nor do I talk about it at length in this blog. But I do have pictures just to represent to people that, you know, you can get past that. And, you know, I didn't talk about it for a long time because it was something that I was very ashamed of, but there's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, it was a place that I went on my journey through life. And, you know, I'm very fortunate. I had really good friends around me, and I was able to heal myself and become well. And then for many years, I was so afraid to even worry about the weight thing because I was afraid I was going to go back to that. And, you know, then I wrestled with, you know, wanting to be skinny and wanting to be fit and what does that look like? And I'm naturally a very curvy person who just happens to pack on, you know, a pretty fair amount of muscle. If I even look at weights, I put on muscle. But I also tend to hold on to a lot of fat. And, you know, it's taken me almost 40 years to come to terms with the fact that it's okay to be curvy. It's okay to have, you know, excuse me for saying this, but, you know, big boobs and a big butt, but it's not okay for them to not be, you know, toned up, because then otherwise, you know, you just kind of, well, it's not okay for me. Basically at the end of the day, I just decided that, you know, I want to go back and do it for a lot of reasons. A lot of it is for me. A lot of it is for my daughter, so that when, you know, she grows up, she has a healthier body image than I do. And to show her that she can do anything, and to show anybody that wants to watch me go through this journey, you know, that you can do it if you put your mind to it. I know that I can do it because, you know, I trained for 6 weeks last time, and I was, and that doesn't sound like a lot until you know what the training looks like. You only train usually for 12 weeks for a show. So I was halfway there when I got sick. Anyway, my body changed so much in those 6 weeks. So I know that it can be done. And I'm going to share that journey on here. You know, not in a, let me take a picture of my butt and slap it on Instagram way. You know, I think there's a time and a place for that, because I think those pictures, even though I'm not sure that the intent of some of the girls is that, but of course it's motivating. So, I'm just going to share my story, my process, and I just wanted to share that letter that I wrote. And I think everybody should go through that process because it is just 100%. It was just cathartic. And I hope you have a great day. Hashtag Dear Body. I want to see your videos, and go check out my blog at raphaelalorion.com. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, guys.